Hi, this is Congressman Joe Courtney. I'm speaking to you from my office at the Capitol in Washington on Thursday, February 6th. I'm speaking to you to, number one, convey the news that a few minutes ago I became an original co-sponsor of the Taxpayer Data Protection Act, which is a measure that, again, is now introduced at the clerk's office, and it is to put some serious safeguards around the U.S. Department of Treasury to make sure that the private information that every taxpayer who's in that system over at the Treasury Department is protected from individuals who have no business learning about privacy matters. So in the Department of Treasury, there is an office, the Bureau of Fiscal Service, whose job is, it's like the government's checkbook. Payments go through for every imaginable reason, whether it's to pay for items that were authorized in terms of congressional spending budgets, whether it's off-budget payments such as Social Security or Medicare, and incredibly, the average day volume of checks that go through the Bureau of Fiscal Service is $200 billion a day. As you can imagine, this office is like a black box, which very few people, up until about a week ago, were allowed any access because, again, there was so much private information such as names, addresses, bank account numbers, Social Security numbers, that, again, the system is always regarded as critical to protect from third-party actors, sometimes from overseas adversaries that try to penetrate the system. Unfortunately, about a week or so ago, this new Department of Government Efficiency sent some people over to the Treasury Department who, again, did not meet any of the criteria for handling that information and were threatening, in some cases, obtain some of that information. The Taxpayer Data Prevention Act would, again, put barriers around that type of activity just to make sure that only people who would be allowed access to that check writing facility would have top secret security clearances, no conflicts of interest, are not a special government employee, and have been a federal employee for at least a year. Again, so this is a congressional response to this, again, unprecedented assault on the sanctity of this critical office at the Department of Treasury. There's litigation that's ongoing right now, and there was a sort of compromise that was reached to allow some members of DOJ, but very limited, to be able to, again, access that office under certain circumstances. I will just tell you that as far as I'm concerned, that the bill that we've written and introduced in Congress is superior to that court order, and it really is imperative that Congress, as a separate co-equal branch of government, do its job and make sure that the privacy rights and critical information of every American is protected. If you have any other questions about this new legislation or the new court ruling, you can email my office, and we'll put it up on the screen. And again, we will do everything we possibly can to stay in touch with people. There have been just hundreds of phone calls coming into our office on this issue, legitimately so. And I am determined, again, to give people the best information possible and do everything I can in my position to protect your safety and your privacy rights. Thanks for listening.